It is week one of the college football rankings, and we have pretty much the same rankings as the AP poll, but it is NFL trade deadline day, and what a last 3 hours.
Let's go.
Well, last 3 hours were actually pretty incredible.
Yeah.
A lot of teams making moves that needed it. Cowboys said they wanted to go get a defensive player. They got Quinyon Williams from the Jets, and the Jets basically just said, we're done for the year. They don't have a team. They don't have anybody to really pursue, and they don't have a quarterback, apparently, so they're done for the season. What team that, first glance, could you say should have been making a stronger push at the deadline? What team?
To get players?
What team needed players to go after?
That's a good question. Honestly, see, the problem is I would say the Bills, in the sense of we've talked before in previous weeks about how they really don't have a number one receiver that will get open for Josh consistently. But the problem is that there wasn't really considered a lot of those, if any, available. So
if you're going to look at the Bills, the receiving core is not what needed to be addressed. What needed to be addressed, either offensive line or your secondary.
Well, and then in that case, I would say the Bills, because they should have done what the Chargers did and jumped on Trevor Penning, the offensive lineman from the Saints.
Yeah.
Who was the highest prize.
I don't think Asante Samuel would have been the choice to go for. I don't know what he's proven to be, this big hot and toddy cornerback that's a free agent now. But, I mean, if I'm looking at a team right now that needs guys, needs some help, it would probably have to be the Vikings. I would like to see them go after some good defensive corners. I would like to see them going after Sauce Gardner to see how they could really propel themselves in the second half of the year. They really are a team that's looking like on the edge of like could be good, but then also like, okay, you see where they're still a few years out, right? But getting them self-help in the secondary, getting them self-help, they don't need help in a receiver core, right? Jetta's.
Yeah, I think they're good.
That's pretty damn good too.
So I'd like to see Vikings to make some more moves, but the Indianapolis Colts are going all in this year. Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I mean,
the AFC is wide open. I mean, as much as we say it's the Chiefs to win, I feel like the Chiefs have shown that people could draw blood, and the Colts got stronger at their one position they had to improve at. I feel like the Niners didn't do enough to it. To me, it's like the NFC also seems wide open. They're winning games with an absolute injury-riddled team, and if you just get one guy in there, they should have made the push for Williams more. They could at least shut down the run. So you're replacing your captain that's out for the year. Then at least your team now feels like, hey, we can compete in the playoffs. But I don't know if they can compete in the playoffs.
But I just don't know what they would have made, because they would have had to trade away one of the guys that had the big contracts to match it up.
To balance it, yeah.
Because their cap was already met at this point. I think they're over into the luxury right now because of Bosa. You got Mac Jones. You do have Mac Jones. You have Brock Purdy. You have,
McCaffrey.
Yeah, just give away picks. I mean, we've been saying it for 2-3 years. That window is now.
But it's salary cap. It's not about, has nothing to do with the picks. I think they could have done that, but Quinyon Williams just got that big contract from the Jets. Mm-hmm. If it was his rookie contract, all day I'm agreeing with you, but he just got paid. So now you don't have enough money on there. You can give away all the picks you want, but you still are going to be over the cap.
But let's turn that around to the fact that you don't want to pay Micah, yet you're bringing in somebody else, so now you have to fulfill this big contract. And now
who's Micah?
Look at the Cowboys.
Yeah, so you bring in this
49ers.
Yeah, but you're talking about so you're talking about the Cowboys made that move, so they took that contract on.
He just
okay. You totally just
no. What I'm trying to say is you said
the Niners.
Yeah, and you said they can't do it because they're all capped out. They have no space. But what I'm trying to say now is I get that Dallas had the space, but the whole reason that Dallas let go of Micah is because one player wasn't going to make the difference, and now you've tied up all this money in one player. So it just comes around to be like his ass is his face right now. Like he can't say one thing, and follow through with it because he's just basically told everybody, forget about what I just said.
Well, he looked like an idiot when he said it because he said it as soon as he made the trade that we still need defensive help.
Yep.
But then you say, well, your best guy who's led the league in sacks and the NFC side, and it's arguably probably one of the best linebacker defensive end in the league next to Myles Garrett. One that I'm very shocked in is that now Myles Garrett wants to be out of Cleveland. You had all the opportunity to go out of Cleveland. You were a free agent this year, and you decided to re-sign with the Browns. I don't understand these players. I'm going to ask you that, Jay. I don't understand these players' mindset that they want to be out of a certain place and then go in free agency, re-sign a contract. I don't get it.
Well, who do you think influenced that?
What do you mean?
His agent definitely sat him down and said, we're not shopping. Okay, the Browns want to pay you this much. We're not shopping. It's guaranteed. You're here for X amount of time. Let's get paid. And he listened to his agent, and now he's listening to his heart, which is, I want to win a ring, and it's never going to happen in Cleveland. Well, you chose this way. You can't take the red pill and then go, shit, I need the blue pill now. You can't. You took the red pill. You got to run with it. That was your choice. Deal with your circumstances. Whenever your clause in your contract states that they cannot exercise the option to trade you, you got to sit your ass down, stay fit, and stay healthy until then.
Yeah, for me, when I'm looking at a guy like that, I'm like, damn, man, you've spent so much time, and then what he did this past weekend, 5 sacks.
Right.
Yeah, he single-handedly changes a game. Now, it's not to say that they don't have good players around him because they're a decent defensive front, but there's not much else to the team after that.
Yo, it would have been unfair if the Eagles just went. They were close.
I fully expected it to happen. I fully expected.
Well, they were close to a deal. There were just some nuances with it. That would have been amazing. I would have been so happy.
I would have just thrown my hands up and just called the season if I wasn't already. Because just give him the trophy at that point. Because, like you said, he can make an absolute difference, and add him to a defense full of guys that can already make differences. Like,
you know, the NFL should one year just be like, fuck it, we're gonna open up the teams and let them do whatever. No cap. See who just goes all in. Well, because all these guys are multi-billionaires.
Yeah, but he with the biggest chips. I mean, Stan Kroenke's gonna make a strong move over almost every other owner and be like, no.
Right, but it would just be fun to see these baseball contracts.
Oh yeah.
Like, who would get a baseball type contract right now in NFL?
Mahomes.
No, I meant like, as in, what would his deal be?
Oh, Jamie? Like, yeah, equivalent.
Yes, like $700 million
over
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
What?
$100 million a year.
I think Josh should get it too.
Yeah, $100 million a year. If you just open it up and have no rules, $100 million. How is Patrick Mahomes not a $100 million athlete? How is Luka more a $100 million athlete than Mahomes, and Luka's never won anything? Yeah. Why we talk about Luka being the first in the NBA to do it, and we shouldn't be surprised that if we're saying take the cap off, why Patrick immediately becomes the first $100 million athlete per year.
Because you've already got multiple quarterbacks making over half that if they're allowed to pay, and players are allowed to get whatever they want. Like guys like Mahomes and Josh, and honestly, Herbert might hold the Chargers hostage and try to get at least like
Hurts should ask for 75.
Right. Multiple rings, these, especially the quarterbacks, if not also the top defensive players, would absolutely hold these teams hostage for massive hostage.
Emphasis on the H.
Yeah. But speaking of,
so the NFL is, the trade deadline was today. So I mean, I'm just looking at a lot of teams didn't do anything. A lot of teams gave away. You see the teams that are giving away a lot of players. Are you surprised your Buccaneers didn't go after some offensive line help?
No, I'm not surprised. We typically don't tend to make a splash on the trade deadline. I think we have the pieces if we're healthy. Perhaps they're just sitting on the fact that because the division is so weak that we can get into the playoffs. It doesn't matter the seed. And I think they've already realized they're not competing for home field at this point, most likely. So just get in, get healthy, and see what happens at this point before you mangle the roster.
So I got something that I'm just getting really irritated by. Drake May is not going to be the MVP of the league. He's not. He's not going to be the MVP.
Yeah, but at least let them talk about let them talk about anybody else. It's been the same three names.
I need it to be Daniel Jones just to look at Mike.
Please, for the love of God.
I need
Pittsburgh squashed that argument last week.
Yeah.
So,
they didn't play that bad. He didn't play that bad against them.
He played really bad after the first drive. I watched the game. He played really bad after the first drive.
Okay, one bad game.
That can cost you an MVP, especially when you have a considered history of being that bad. People want reasons to continue to believe that that's the real Daniel Jones, not what he's been before. I think he's better than he was with the Giants because the organization didn't believe in him and makes stupid decisions.
All I'm saying is that the Patriots,
right?
Okay, so the Patriots have had
an offensive line.
They've had a cakewalk of a fucking schedule. They've had the Dolphins. Okay, they lost to the Steelers. They had the Panthers, Saints, Titans, Browns, and Falcons. Come on now. And
now scroll. Keep scrolling. Here's where we get to see their true identity.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay. You can't call him an MVP right now just off those cupcake games.
But look at the Colts, too. The Colts have had the 5th easiest schedule.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Go to the 4th hardest.
But look at Justin Herbert.
You're making the argument for Daniel Jones, and I'm telling you,
I just want to see it. Just see his reaction.
It's the same thing.
That's all. Because he lost a player. They won the Super Bowl. It should have been MVP last year. And Daniel Jones goes out. I just want to see all the Giants fans erupt. That's all. I want to see chaos.
No. You don't want to see all the Giants fans erupt. You want to see me erupt.
And then, let's be clear. Now we're going to see the true Jets. They got to come to Tampa this week. They take on the Bengals, who have been playing pretty solid on offense.
Defensively, just as bad as the Cowboys.
They haven't been playing good defensively over the last 2-3 years. Bills, Ravens, Jets, Dolphins. You know what's crazy? And I said this the other day. Is it's amazing that you put Lamar back on the team and how much of a difference the entire team looks.
Yes.
Why? I mean, I don't understand. I get that he can move the ball and do different things, but he didn't do anything special in that Dolphins game.
He didn't have to because he demands that respect.
But
the defensive game plan for Lamar completely does this to the defense. But if he's not there, they could do that and say, okay, Derek, we dare you. And then, okay, backup quarterback beat us over the top. It makes the game plan too easy without Lamar.
Even the defense looked completely different.
Because they get healthy.
It's a confidence thing. We have Lamar. We have a chance to win.
And we're on the field less. We actually have a time to sit down, relax, talk to our coaches, and go on the field with rest.
It's just amazing to me to see a team like that just totally dissipate when the Eagles in 2017 lost their star quarterback and won the Super Bowl.
But in all fairness, it was later in the season, and if we pull up the Ravens schedule, I don't know how that's not the hardest schedule ever for the first 5-6 games of a stretch.
They had to play
almost Bills,
all
Chiefs,
playoff
Niners.
teams.
It's everybody who's been to the Super Bowl in the last.
And that's where I see the difference, and that's why I said the Ravens will make the playoffs this year. They'll probably win the North and move themselves into the chance to. All they have to do is get in. That's all I gotta say. Is all you have to do is get in the playoffs, and then from there you write your own ticket.
But we all said this at the start of the year when we said which teams are going to turn it around the most. The majority of us said the Pats. You said the Ravens. I think you said Niners. I said Pats, or vice versa, right? It was obvious. You looked at their schedule. You know that their coaching is good enough. You know that they have the personnel. San Francisco's. I don't know how the hell they're doing it. I mean, at some point I'm expecting a drop off, but they cannot sustain this. Unless their schedule is that easy.
But that's a perfect team to show that is coaching in a sense because they put in Mac Jones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who was ready for his shot.
Yep.
Okay, but he's still a backup that was lost. I would think since Tyler Huntley's been on that roster, almost 7 years for the Ravens? You would think at this point he could understand and command the offense when he knows he has to go in. Any similar style of running quarterback and move the ball.
That's why I'm saying there's just not the confidence in Tyler Huntley and the energy in Tyler Huntley to believe he can help win you a game that there is with Lamar. Obviously, he's a 2-time MVP. When you know you have a 2-time MVP.
Questionably,
right. Whether he should be or shouldn't be, he is. He was given the 2 MVPs. He was at least worthy of being in the running for both of them. But when you know you have that on your side, you're going to play with more energy, more confidence, and more belief that you can win a game. Tyler Huntley is not a terrible quarterback. He's not going to necessarily do individual...
He's bad.
It's shouldering the responsibility of
I'm sorry, but
here's what it is, right?
He's a bad quarterback.
You now have to shoulder the responsibility of a player who says, I'll put the team on my back. Let's just use a basketball analogy here.
But my thing is, why aren't you, as John Harbaugh, going after someone that could back him up and be a reliable backup, knowing the opportunity for a backup to come into the game is very high?
You should have gone out and got Jacoby Brissett. He's proved for the last 3 years that he's good for 4 or 5 games. But then you need your starter back because you can't. He's not good for 6, 7, 8. At that point,
6, 7.
Yeah, whatever. At that point, he's gonna start kind of showing you his true colors. So they did not make an aggressive enough move, knowing that Lamar's injury prone, and that was the right place to go.
See, but the thing is, you say that, and I agree with you, except for they did, or at least they thought they did, because they bought into the couple good games that Cooper Rush had when he replaced Dak.
That was like 4 years ago.
I'm not saying it was smart, right? I'm not saying it was a smart move. I'm saying they thought they did. They thought they got a guy that wouldn't lose them games, and instead they went and signed a guy that they had before that didn't necessarily lose them games.
I don't know about that because like when he came in for Dak, and they didn't win games with him.
He won a couple games.
Okay, true or false both ways. Both the Colts and the Cowboys solidified their place as playoff teams with the moves they made today.
No.
False.
Okay.
Dallas didn't.
Dallas, it's not just a shit on Dallas. It's just like they just can't get the ball moving on offense. They looked atrocious last night. Oh, and screw you, YouTube TV. Get your contract ready for ESPN because I'm tired of this shit. And get it by next week because I got to watch the Eagles.
I justify why we're still paying $90 freaking when you're on one of your number one stations and all that. Like at some point, reach out to your customers and be like, hey, we'll throw you a bone because right now we don't have a channel that 90% of our audience wants to watch on a daily basis. So not only get your shit together, do good business. I mean, I just don't get it with some of these companies, man. Like, they clearly show you they don't give a shit, and we have to probably lash back and be like, F it. Let's just all drop it. And then...
But it just goes back to, like, ticket pricings. It goes back to a lot of things.
Yeah, I know it loops back around, but, at some point you have to look at your customers and be like, we're not giving you the same product. How can you charge the same price?
Well, it's like weird how it's, like, so many channels. It's not even just, like, the ESPN... It's ABC.
I know, it's a ton. It's Disney Plus. It's like a whole bunch
of a lot of
Disney
things.
family.
So you have to go buy the Disney plan, but then like when you get the Disney plan, you have to have a TV provider. So I had ESPN, and then I went and I was like, okay, let me log in, and I was like, sign in with your TV provider. My TV provider is YouTube TV, so I can't use it. So it's just if you're gonna charge me ESPN $13 a month, I dropped them. I canceled them immediately because I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to watch Syracuse. I'm gonna be able to do a lot of things. So.
Right.
Get the deal done. Just get it done.
Yeah, like tonight while we were getting ready for the show, literally could not watch the reveal of the first college football playoff rankings.
You know what's sad?
It wasn't on.
Is not to jump ship, but I just saw that your Rangers in 14 games have scored 1 goal at home.
Yeah, they're a terrible offense. They're a terrible offense and a not bad defense.
They're that deep into the season?
14 games,
yeah.
Not 14 games at home. You mean 14 games, period.
This is 14 games at home. If it wasn't a name Sharks or Rangers, they've only had one. There's only been 1 home goal. At MSG this year. That's nice. Terrible.
Yep. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's awful.
That's wild.
They play better defense, but they play terrible offense.
All right, so we got the first.
Like John's new team.
What's that?
They play great defense but terrible offense.
Who's that?
He said the Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like John's new team. That's your kind of team.
Oh, because you like defensive games.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Even though like it was ironic in hockey, I was center, so
just like to score.
Just bully people in the corner. All right, so the college football rankings came out. We got Ohio State, Indiana. Pretty much it's the same top, other than Oregon drops to 9 instead of 6 in the AP. BYU jumps up to 7. Ole Miss is 6. And then you have Texas Tech, which has been playing underrated football. Your Notre Dame Fighting Irish are at number 10. And you guys literally don't have – you have to blow out every team, in my opinion, to make the playoff at 10.
I mean, we can't – one-score games aren't going to cut it. We also are going to need help from the 3 ranked opponents we played this year. Like Miami can't lose again. A&M's got to keep winning, and it would be great if USC kept winning.
But I'm saying you guys are in if you blow out every team, and that's including Syracuse here next week.
If Miami loses another game or 2, I think we got an issue.
No, I don't think so. Because I think your schedule is strong enough for you. If you blow them out, if you blow out Navy, which you should, Pitt is going to be tough. Syracuse at home. and at Stanford. That's going to be a tough stretch.
Well, let's go back and look at who the 13, 14, and 15 are, because that would present more of an argument as to why.
So it's more or less 13 is Utah, 14 Virginia, who's been playing really solid football. Louisville at 15, who I didn't even realize was 7-1, and then Vanderbilt, who is probably going to jump up here soon, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, I think it's more or less you're going to want to see a guy like Diego in the playoff. If it's there and it's between, let's just say, Louisville and Vanderbilt, they're going to put Vanderbilt in over the top.
Well, and my point is, you see for the rankings, Miami's sitting at 18, USC's at 19.
That's the point.
Miami's at 18, USC's at 19, right? If they each lose another game, they very well could both fall out of the top 25, and suddenly
Which does not bode well for you guys.
Right. Considering you handled USC, so that's not as big of a problem. But losing, even if it was a close game, losing to Miami.
Yeah, but the quality of opponent that Utah and in the ACC, who does Virginia and Louisville actually play? You're saying if Miami loses, then that takes away their quality win as well, right? So it bodes against the teams right behind you that's going to look good on their resume as well, because it doesn't. So it works in your favor that you have ACC teams right there under you that have played Miami, if that's what you're hinging on. It's more interesting to me that it's become an SEC clusterfuck right there between 3 and 6. And then half of the damn teams in the top 16 are SEC teams, when it seems like it almost seemed like the SEC wasn't the conference when the season started, right?
You guys
kind of swaying Big Ten. Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teams right now in the SEC.
And then 7 with Vanderbilt sitting on the outside. So they almost half of the top 16 are SEC.
2.
Yeah, the Big Ten became a
3
two-horse.
Big Ten teams.
The Big Ten became a two-horse race, essentially, for...
No ACC.
Right.
BYU and Texas.
BYU is the wild card in there.
No ACC. Yeah. I mean, what ACC team is going to get in, I wonder?
Virginia is the only one at this point.
ACC's hoping.
And they need
because this year they're doing
Texas
where it's not about conference winner anymore, right?
No.
The top seeds aren't, but I got to imagine that the conference winner, unless they have a terrible record, is going to get in.
Okay.
So Virginia or Louisville, it looks like.
Keep Texas up. Go ahead and tell Texas we're not putting you in with their fan base.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's tough.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Hook 'em horns down. No, if they can reasonably put Texas in, they're going to put Texas in. They'll put an ACC team in. This is what I'm saying, though, is like Notre Dame's going to actually need more help than it looks like to get in, honestly.
I think if you guys just blow out at least 3 of the 4 teams that you have left and give it at least probably a 20 or 30 point win, you guys are your spot is.
I feel like those ACC teams are praying that BYU loses, because BYU is done. With one loss, BYU's out. They can't. They have to go undefeated. So they're praying for whoever's left on. Let's look at BYU's schedule real quick. Let's see who the Hobbs are praying over right now.
UCF, Cincinnati, TCU, and Texas Tech. Who is in there?
If they beat Texas Tech
this weekend.
Okay,
they are.
No, I'm saying if they beat Texas Tech, they're gonna be in. Yeah.
So that's pretty much who stays in, right? The winner of this weekend.
7-8 matchup this weekend.
Yeah, and they're gonna drop one of them out in the new rankings next week. Unless it's like an overtime game.
And if this is next year, or no, 2027, when we go to 24, that means Michigan's in. Let's go.
Hell yeah. And Notre Dame is comfortably.
They definitely put Tennessee in there over Pitt if that's the case. And now you have freaking like 9 or 10 SEC teams in there.
Let's just do a round of 132 and see who wins.
No,
starting from week 1.
First we got a round of 210. No rankings. Everyone gets in.
What if they did do that? What if you just did like 4 games just to get the season going, and then it became a pure knockout tournament for 8 weeks? Where you go like 132, 64,
no one would want that, because
16, 4.
You might, I mean, in some ways you're losing money in certain places because it's ending people's season.
I know, but it's what people are talking about. Well, not necessarily, because you're out of contention to.
What do you create, a consolation bracket where the losers all play each other?
Well, you have your schedule that you can attend to, or you keep going in the tournament.
Oh, but what if your schedule that you can attend to involves teams that are still in.
Yeah, that makes it interesting. It's
you have to reschedule people.
Yeah, you just have to do a knockout tournament. Say effort.
Just the whole season. Whole season's a knockout tournament.
Yeah, whole season.
Tarleton State, I'm sorry, you only get to play one game.
Who?
Tarleton State. Exactly. My point.
They have a football team?
Yes.
Tarleton.
Start with 264. It takes
It's in
you 8
Texas.
weeks.
No, you
teams.
do Division One FCS.
They are.
I mean FBS.
Oh, okay, so we're to 120.
I never do FCS. FCS has their own national championship.
Anyway, so as it stands right now, the Big Ten has the potential to have 2 teams in the national championship game. Does it not happen, or does it happen?
In the national?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, technically. Could Ohio State play Indiana in the national championship game?
Or Oregon.
Depending
on how the bracket
on
looks. I mean, I could look at the bracket right now. I mean, it all depends on where they are in the bracket.
Well, as it stands right now, they would be on opposite sides of the bracket, so to make it possible.
Right.
So does it happen is the question.
Yeah, because it's not a conference champion top 4.
Yeah.
So right now the top 2 teams would be Ohio State and Indiana.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Positive. The top
Positive?
4. Positive. The top 4 seeds are the top 4 seeds.
I don't know. Because it's not a 4-team. It's not like a 4 bracket like this. It's just a straight down one.
No, they put the 1 and 2 on opposite sides.
It's on opposite parts so they can play each other.
They could be playing each other in the semis. I don't know.
Because
not if they're the 1-2.
Notre Dame had to beat the 2 to play Ohio State.
I don't believe you.
All right, moving on. What's next?
They just being. I don't think so.
No, I don't believe it.
Not a thing.
So yeah, we got college football rankings. We got NFL football trade deadline.
But speaking of college, guys, college basketball's back. Started last night. North Carolina, very solid win over a minor opponent. Same thing with Syracuse. Syracuse had a good win.
Kentucky beat Nichols by 26, so we'll take that.
I mean, barn burner.
Yeah.
But I thought, guys, that it would be kind of fun because we, like I said, we have our teams that we like to root for, but show a little love to the smaller schools and pick out a smaller school that you'd like to kind of follow along with and kind of put a little rooting for them this year. And I can go first because I have my team. If you guys want
for them this
year,
year,
rooting for them this year.
Rooting
tootin'. My team that I'm gonna kind of be following along with this year because I love their name and I feel like I have to say it in a particular accent. It's the St. Thomas, Minnesota Tommies. I'm gonna be rooting for the Tommies this year, led by sophomore guard Nolan Minnesali. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. He had 24 of his team's 58 points in an opening night loss.
You misspelled his name.
Well, it's Minessale or Ale. Minnesali. I want to say it's Minnesali because they're the Tommies, and I feel like I have to say it in like a New York, even though they're from Minnesota.
I'm gonna say it in an accent. Tommies.
Go Tommies. So yeah, I'm gonna be rooting
for Minnesota
for the St. Thomas, Minnesota Tommies this year.
I mean, it's obvious for me. I'm just going to go Bonaventure, see how they do this year. They got a whole brand new roster. See how they look. I mean, covered them in college, and why not cover them this year for our podcasts? Why not, right?
Yeah.
Give the Bonnie some love. Some Bannies.
Go Bannies.
apparently Mike's going to be the fucking Minnesotan in the group.
It's the Tommies, don't you know?
Jamie's going to do Kentucky's JV team.
No, I'm going over to the desert because one of my favorite swimmers I ever coached is now a Northern Arizona Lumberjack. So I'm going to show a little love for the Lumberjacks over there in the desert.
We should do like a beat section where we're covering these schools.
This week in
Lumberjack Town.
In Lumberjack. Okay, I just have to point this out.
They chopped down a tree.
You're telling me the Northern Arizona team
Yeah.
is the Lumberjacks?
Yeah, because up in the mountains.
I know, but do they have trees
there?
in
the mountains.
Okay, but it's Arizona.
Have you ever been in the mountains?
What a stubborn New Yorker.
Mountain is a desert.
What a stubborn New Yorker over here. Just thinks trees are in New York.
I don't think trees are only in New York, but Arizona is known for the desert.
The Grand Canyon. Where do you think
is in the desert?
Right, there's still trees in the Grand Canyon.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've never
mountain.
been to the Grand Canyon.
It's in the mountain. It's literally you travel up a mountain to get to it.
I've never been west.
Well, what's your guys take?
Expand your horizon.
What's your guys take
on? Okay, pay for my flight.
What's your guys take on grown men bawling their eyes out after the Jays' heartbreaking loss? What do you guys think about that? You think that grown men should have a moment to break down and cry in a game like that? A big ass grown man after the end of Game 7. Do you think they have absolutely all the reason in the world to break down and cry their eyes out?
I mean, when you follow a team as closely as that, and you are very passionate about your team, and you've never seen them win, but you never know. That guy probably lost by like $1,000 or something like that.
I mean, it could be a combo of
there could be a lot of factors.
You had alcohol to it. He's probably feeling a lot of emotions and maybe hard on his. I mean, that's what we always say about sports. And sports is something that we always come together with, that we put our outside life behind. And some people probably would think this is all I have. This is what I have is my sports team, and put all their money and chips into it. Obviously, you and I don't feel the same. We are obviously I'm animated with the Eagles and everything, watching them win. But if they were to lose, I wouldn't sit there and throw my TV through the wall and punch someone or get into a fight. It's not worth it for me. I still got to go to work the next day. The Eagles aren't going to pay my salary, right? Mm-hmm. Unless they do, and then I will be very heartbroken like that. So I might cry when I get the job there. So, but I don't know. I mean, I think it means different for different people. When Syracuse won their first national championship, everyone in Syracuse, I seen grown men cry.
Tears of joy.
Yeah. But still, you're seeing a team that you've seen lose in the national championship. Has never won one before. It's a smaller city. It's it's a team that you would hope that wins, and they win. Like the Blue Jays, seeing them lose in that type of heartbreak.
Yeah. It's right, and that's the best description of it. Mm-hmm. It's heartbreaking. I mean, there is a difference in emotional investment between being sad or disappointed when your team loses and shedding a tear or crying, versus the anger of these people that punch their TVs or break stuff and things. That's excessive. But I think it's natural to especially when you've grown up with this team. They have some sort of emotional connection through family or life moments, different milestones you've reached in life. I think it's a natural thing. Emotions are natural, and I don't think that fans or people in general should be afraid of showing those emotions.
Agreed.
All right. Well, now that we all agree about that, that's great.
Now we're sad.
So if you're not streaming on YouTube TV, where are you going to go?
I mean, right now, I guess the best option for me personally would be Spectrum.
Twin Peaks.
Hell, there's that. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad team.
Sorry, I gotta go back to Twin Peaks again.
The Peaks and Cheeks are tweaking. Yeah. So, I mean, and Jamie, it was someone's birthday here yesterday.
It was a little birthday celebration here. Well,
Mr. 30.
We celebrated him for 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
And he got the surprise that he wasn't expecting. Family came to town.
Yeah.
And he had a nice quiet day yesterday, it seemed, watching manatees swim alongside the chemically induced waters of Apollo Beach.
Apollo Beach.
He calls me, he goes, he said, I think the manatees like it because the power plant's there and it's warm. I'm like, I mean, it's warm, but
the three-eyed fish love it too.
What's in that water? I wouldn't go in that water.
No, I would not go in that water either. It was nice, and it was
It's warm for a reason.
And it's a super manatees. We're gonna get super manatees.
We will wish Mikey a final happy 30th birthday here officially.
Thank you.
He's now part of the Dirty 30 Club, which means when things start to creak, it's not the door anymore, Mikey.
It's not the door anymore. It's my joints. It's my joints. But you say I got the surprise of my family coming to town. I did get that surprise, but my family was already in town as well.
Oh, how sweet.
So I appreciate everybody.
Suck up.
That's my suck
You're not
up.
getting a raise.
Damn, I'm not getting that dollar. No, but thank you everybody out there that wished me a happy birthday, both in person and on social media, phone calls, texts. I appreciate everybody. I felt the love over the last couple weekends, and it was a very nice celebration for the big Dirty 30. So,
Dirty 30.
All right, well, we'll be back here on Thursday. Make sure you guys tune into socials. Make sure you guys are locking in. I'll be in Miami this weekend to see Syracuse take on the Orange. Or Syracuse take on the Orange.
They're playing themselves.
Syracuse take on the Dirty Hurricanes. And we're going to see the Bills versus the Dolphins. So make sure you turn in. Maybe I'll do some tailgate crashing down there like we did last time. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see you guys here on Thursday. Make sure you tune in. Single squad out.
Peace.